Hello friends, welcome to Prashant IAS. So friends, in the last class we have discussed about cabinet form of government and caretaker government, and from this class we will continue our discussion further. So friends, in this class we will start our discussion with the national government. So let's begin. So friends, here on the screen you are seeing a diagram. So this orange circle is Rajya Sabha and this green circle is Lok Sabha. Now friends, in the previous classes I have explained you many times that how the government is formed in India. Okay, so government is formed after Lok Sabha election, and the political party which gets absolute majority in Lok Sabha, means which get at least 272 or more than that seats in Lok Sabha, that political party forms the government. Okay, so this is a general way of forming the government, means the political party which will get 272 or more than that seats in Lok Sabha, that political party will form the government. So this is the general way of forming the government, means generally government is formed in this way. But friends, today our question is, what is national government? Okay, so what is the meaning of national government? So friends, let's suppose that there are 5 political parties in the country. Okay, political party A, political party B, party C, party D and party E. Okay, so there are 5 political parties in the country, and these all political parties have some seats in Lok Sabha. Okay, so these all political parties have some seats in parliament. Okay, so friends, now what is national government? So national government means a government which is formed by the coalition of all the political parties present in the parliament. Okay, so what is this? So national government is the coalition government. Okay, so what is coalition government? So coalition government means when 2 or more than 2 political parties together forms the government. But national government is a bigger coalition. National government is the coalition of all the political parties represented in the parliament. Okay, so let's suppose there are 5 political parties: political party A, political party B, C, D and E. Okay, and all these political parties have some seats in Lok Sabha. Okay, so here I am not giving you any number. You just imagine that all these political parties have some seats in parliament. Okay, now friends, national government means the coalition of all the political parties present in the parliament. So national government means the coalition of party A plus party B plus party C plus party D plus party E. So national government is formed when all the political parties, national government is formed when all the political parties present in the parliament together forms the government. Okay, so national government is formed when all the political parties present in the parliament, all the political parties present in the parliament together forms the government. Okay, now friends, if all the political parties will form the government, then what will happen? Then there will be no opposition party. Okay, so there will be no opposition. So friends, if all the political parties in the parliament will form the government together, okay, then what will happen? Then there will be no opposition in the parliament. Then there will be no opposition party. Okay, now friends, then the question arises that when this type of government is formed. Okay, so when national government is formed, so now we have the question that in which condition the national government is formed. So friends, national government is formed during the time of great national crisis. Okay, so if there is any great national crisis, for example, if India is in war with some very powerful nation, okay, if India is in war with some very powerful nation, so at that point of time, what all the political parties will do, at that point of time, all the political parties will forget their rivalry. Okay, so all the political parties will forget their rivalry and they will support for the cause of nation. They will contribute for the interest of India. They will contribute in the decision making so that India can win war over that country. Okay, so if there is any great national crisis, if there is any very big national crisis, okay, means entire nation is at risk, entire country is at risk. Okay, for example, if India is fighting war with some very powerful nation, so what will happen at that point of time? That all the political parties will come together. Okay, all the political parties will come together, and together they will form the government. So all the political party will come together, and together they will form the government. Then friends, every minister from every person, okay, every person from every political party will give their best input so that India can win over that national crisis, so that India can win that war. Okay, so why this government is formed? So this government is formed when there is some very big national crisis. So what will happen at that point of time? So at that point of time, all the political parties will forget their rivalry, and what they will do, together they will form the government. Okay, so there will be no opposition party, and all the political parties will contribute in the interest of the country. All the political parties, members of all the political parties will give their contribution, will give their advice, will give their best contribution so that India can win over that national crisis. Okay, so this is national government. Now friends, our next topic is shadow cabinet. So what is the meaning of shadow cabinet? So friends, what happens in any parliamentary form of government? That in any generally in any parliamentary form of government, there are two houses of the parliament. Okay, so in any parliamentary system, okay, so here I am not talking specifically for India, please pay attention. Here I am talking generally, means I am talking for entire globe. So friends, what happens in any parliamentary form of system, that generally there are two houses of parliament. Okay, generally there are two houses of parliament. Okay, the first house is known as upper house. Okay, and the second house is known as lower house. So if we take the example of India, so in India upper house is Rajya Sabha, okay, and the lower house in India is Lok Sabha. So upper house is Rajya Sabha and the lower house is Lok Sabha. And friends, in any country where parliamentary system is followed, in any country where there is parliamentary form of government, in that country how the government is formed. So in these type of countries where the parliamentary form of system is followed, in these countries the political party which gets absolute majority in lower house, okay, so the political party which gets absolute majority in lower house, that political party forms the government. So this is a general rule for any country which is having parliamentary form of government. Okay, so a country which is having parliamentary form of government, so how the government is formed in that country? So the political party which gets absolute majority in Lok Sabha, the political party which gets absolute majority in lower house of the parliament, that political party forms the government. So if we take the example of India, so in India our lower house is Lok Sabha, so the political party which gets absolute majority in Lok Sabha, that political party forms the government. Okay, so this happens in India. Now friends, for explaining you the concept of shadow cabinet, here we cannot take the example of India, okay, because in India there is no shadow cabinet. Okay, so here I will take the example of any imaginary country. For example, let's suppose there is a country X. Okay, so the name of the country is country X, and there are two political parties in that country, political party A and political party B. Okay, so listen to me very carefully. There is a country named as country X, and there are two political parties in that country, political party A and political party B. Now friends, here I am taking the example of two political parties because the system of shadow cabinet works well only in the bi-party system. Bi-party system means the country in which there are only two political parties. So the system of shadow cabinet works best in the countries which are having two-party system. Okay, so let's suppose that there is a country named as country X and there are two political parties in that country. The name of first political party is A and the name of second political party is B. Now friends, let's suppose that the total number of seats in the lower house of that country, okay, the total number of seats in the lower house of the parliament of that country are 500. Okay, so there are total 500 seats, means the total membership of the lower house of the parliament of that country is 500. Okay, now let's suppose friends, in any general election, what happened, that political party A got 300 seats and political party B got 200 seats. Now I have told you, for the formation of government what majority is needed, absolute majority is needed. Okay, and what is absolute majority? So absolute majority means more than 50% of the total membership of the house. So here the total membership of the house is 500. So what is the 50% of 500? So 250 is the 50% of 500, and we need a number more than 250, so that number is 251. So the political party which will get 251 seats, that political party will form the government. So here we can see that political party didn't get 251 seats, but political party A got 300 seats, which is more than 251. Okay, which is more than 250. So definitely now we can conclude that political party A will form the government. Okay, so friends, I hope that this story is clear to you till now, because the thing which I will explain further, that thing needs this background which I just explained you. So friends, if you have any doubt regarding this story, then please replay the video and see this story again. Okay, so now I will explain you further. Now friends, till now we have discussed that political party A got absolute majority in lower house. Okay, so we were discussing about country X, and political party A got absolute majority in lower house. So now political party A will form the government. Okay, now what will happen? So definitely, as the system is in India, similarly there is same system in other countries which follow parliamentary form of government. Okay, so now what will happen? Now friends, the leader of political party A will become the prime minister. Okay, so what will happen, that the leader of political party A, so this is the leader of political party A, so he will become the prime minister. And once the leader of political party A has become the prime minister, now what he will do? Now he will choose his ministers. So I have explained you that first the political party is decided, then prime minister is decided, and once the prime minister is decided, when what happens, that prime minister chooses his ministers. Okay, so now this prime minister will choose that this person, this is second minister, this is my third minister, this is my fourth minister, this is my fifth minister, and so on. Okay, so now this prime minister will choose his ministers. Okay, and once the prime minister has chosen his ministers, then what will happen? Then entire council of minister will be formed. Okay, so once the prime minister has chosen all the ministers, then together all the ministers will form what we call as council of ministers or government. Okay, so now what has happened, that council of minister is formed, and I have told you that within the council of ministers there is a body known as cabinet. Okay, so there is a body known as cabinet, and cabinet is the body in which there are all cabinet ministers, means rank 1 ministers, and actually cabinet takes decisions on behalf of entire council of ministers. Okay, so this is prime minister, this blue rectangle, this is cabinet. Okay, and this black rectangle is council of ministers. Okay, so this is a very general procedure which generally happens in all the countries where there is parliamentary form of government. Now friends, now I will explain you the concept of shadow cabinet. Now what is the concept of shadow cabinet? Now friends, here we will not ignore the political party B. Okay, so here political party B will form the shadow cabinet. Okay, so who will form the shadow cabinet? Political party B will form the shadow cabinet. Okay, so now definitely it is decided that definitely there are two political parties, so one political party will form the government and one political party will form the shadow cabinet. Okay, so the political party which will get absolute majority, that will form the government, and the party which will not get the majority, that will form the shadow cabinet. So here what will happen, that political party B did not get absolute majority in Lok Sabha, or in simple words we can say that political party B lost the elections. Okay, so this is a layman language, that political party B lost the elections. So now friends, political party B will form the shadow cabinet. Okay, so political party B will form the shadow cabinet. Now friends, now what is shadow cabinet? Okay, so now friends, the leader of political party B, okay, so who? The leader of political party B will become the shadow prime minister. Okay, so leader of political party B will become the shadow prime minister. So the concept of shadow cabinet is very similar to the real world shadow. Okay, so for example friends, let's suppose that this is a person. Okay, this is a person, and let me draw it more clearly. Let's suppose that this is a person. So here you can see on the diagram that this person is having two hands. Okay, this person is having two hands, two legs, one neck. Okay, so the shadow, okay, so you know what is shadow. Okay, for example, if this is the position of sun, okay, so if this is the position of sun, then definitely on this side his shadow will be formed. Okay, so let me draw his shadow first. So definitely his shadow will be definitely a Xerox copy of him. Okay, so his shadow will be the black and white Xerox copy of him. So if this person is having two hands, so his shadow will also have two hands. If this person is having two legs, so his shadow will also have two legs. If this person is having one neck, so his shadow will also have one neck. Okay, and I know that you all must have seen your shadow. Okay, so shadow cabinet means it is the shadow of the real cabinet. Okay, so this is the real cabinet, this is the real cabinet, and this is the shadow of this cabinet. So the composition of shadow cabinet will be very similar to the real cabinet. Okay, so now friends, the leader of the political party B will become the shadow prime minister. Now as he is the shadow prime minister, so now what he will do? Okay, and I have told you that there are two houses of parliament, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay, so definitely there are two political parties. So let's suppose this blue dot represents the members of political party A in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, and these red dots represents member of political party B in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, so here by seeing this diagram you can say that, sir, there are members of political party A in the parliament as well as there are the members of political party B in the parliament. So now what this shadow prime minister will do? Now this shadow prime minister will choose his ministers. Okay, now the shadow prime minister will choose his shadow ministers. Okay, so this shadow prime minister will choose his shadow ministers from the members of his party who are the members of parliament. Okay, so he will choose his ministers from the members of his party who are already the members of parliament. Okay, so now what he will do? He will choose his shadow ministers. Okay, for example, shadow home minister, shadow defense minister. Okay, and shadow HRD minister and so on. Okay, and all these shadow ministers, all these shadow ministers plus shadow prime minister, they will be called as shadow cabinet. Okay, so all the shadow ministers plus shadow prime minister will be called as shadow cabinet. So first let me clear the board, then we will move further. Now friends, here I have drawn the diagram of normal cabinet. So this is normal cabinet and this is shadow cabinet. Okay, so this is shadow cabinet and this is normal cabinet and this is shadow cabinet. Okay, so for example, if this is normal cabinet, so this is shadow cabinet. Okay, so shadow cabinet is just like the shadow of normal cabinet. For example, if cabinet has a prime minister, so the shadow cabinet has a shadow prime minister. If cabinet has many other ministers, so the shadow cabinet has many other shadow ministers. For example friends, let's suppose if this blue dot is home minister, so then this black dot is shadow home minister. If this blue dot is defense minister, so this black dot is shadow defense minister. If this blue dot is, for example, HRD minister, so this black dot is shadow HRD minister. Okay, so this is the concept of shadow cabinet. Now friends, here I have tried to draw the diagram, a representative diagram of the lower house of parliament. Okay, so let's suppose that this is the lower house of the parliament. Now friends, let's suppose that this is political party A and this is political party B. So definitely this is the leading party and this is opposition party. Okay, now friends, this is the prime minister. This red dot is prime minister. Okay, and this violet dot, he is the shadow prime minister. Okay, so he is PM and this is shadow PM. Okay, so he is shadow PM. Now friends, all these green dots, all these green big dots, they are the ministers. Okay, so for example, let's suppose they are the ministers of cabinet. Okay, they are the cabinet ministers. Okay, and all these black dots, they are the ministers of shadow cabinet. So they are the ministers of cabinet and they are the ministers of shadow cabinet. Okay, now friends, these pink dots, they are the other members of of political party A in the parliament. Okay, similarly these pink dots are again the other members of political party B in the parliament. Okay, now we are only concerned with this part. Okay, means we are concerned with cabinet and shadow cabinet. So friends, now let's suppose that a bill is to be, for example, a issue is to be discussed or a bill is to be discussed regarding any single ministry. Okay, so for example friends, let's suppose that a bill regarding citizenship is to be discussed in the lower house of the parliament. Okay, and we all know that citizenship comes under home ministry. Okay, so and let's suppose that this green dot, he is the home minister. So friends, who will lead the discussion in the house when a bill regarding citizenship will be discussed? So definitely home minister will lead the ruling party. Home minister will lead the ruling party in the house when a bill regarding his ministry will be discussed in that house. Okay, now friends, if this is the home minister, so opposite to him, this is the shadow home minister. Okay, so if he is home minister, so just opposite to him is the shadow home minister, and citizenship comes under home ministry. Okay, so if a bill regarding citizenship is to be discussed in the lower house, then who will lead the government, who will lead the ruling party in in lower house? So definitely home minister will lead the ruling party in the lower house. So friends, similarly, a shadow minister leads the opposition whenever discussion takes place in the parliament on his subject. So for example, if citizenship is the subject of home minister, so definitely citizenship is the subject of shadow home minister also. But what he have to do? He have to support the cause of the government, but he is in opposition. Okay, so friends, whenever a discussion takes place in parliament regarding his subject, then this minister will lead the opposition. Okay, so for example, if today's matter is citizenship and citizenship comes under home ministry, so if home minister of the cabinet will lead the ruling party, so now shadow home minister will lead the opposition party. If home minister will lead the ruling party, then shadow home minister will lead the opposition party. Okay, now friends, what happens in this way, that loopholes in the government policies and the working is exposed. Why? Because it is the work of shadow home minister to find the loopholes in the policies of home minister. Okay, to find in the loopholes of the policy and working of home ministry. Similarly, it is the work of the shadow defense minister. It is the work of the shadow defense minister to find loopholes in the working and policy of defense ministry. Okay, similarly, it is the work of shadow HRD minister to find the loopholes in the working and the policy of HRD minister. So what I want to explain you is what happens in shadow cabinet, that for every ministry there is a dedicated opposition minister. For every minister there is a dedicated opposition minister. For example, for home minister there is shadow home minister. So what shadow home minister will do, that he will find the loopholes in the working and the policies of the home ministry. So friends, what happens that in this way, that this helps in imposing greater accountability on the council of ministers. Okay, so this helps in imposing greater accountability on council of ministers. So now the entire council of ministers will become more responsible, they will become more accountable. Okay, and friends, what is the next benefit of this system? What is the next benefit of shadow cabinet system? So the next benefit of shadow cabinet system is that it also helps in identifying the potential talent in opposition. Okay, so it also helps in finding the potential talent in opposition. For example, if this is shadow home minister, okay, and if he is working very efficiently, if he is finding loopholes and faults in the working of this home minister, then definitely it is proved that this shadow home minister is more abled, this shadow home minister is more worthy than the original home minister. Okay, so what happens that this system helps in identifying the potential talent in the opposition. Okay, and friends, what happens that this system trains them, means the members of opposition. This system trains the member of opposition in the art of administration even when they are in opposition. Why? Because definitely here these members will not sit ideally. Okay, what they have to do continuously, they have to work and they have to find the loopholes, they have to find the faults in the working of the government, in the policies of the government. Okay, and they have to expose these faults and loopholes in the working of the government. So in this way what happens that government becomes more accountable, more responsible, people gets good decisions, and these persons also get training in the art of administration even when they are in opposition. So friends, shadow cabinet system is a very good system. Now friends, this system is not in India, but this system is followed in England. Okay, so now you will ask that, sir, why this system is not in India and why this system is present in England? Because in India there is no two-party system. There are many political parties in India, and I have told you that this system can best survive where there are only two political parties. So this system cannot survive in India. This system is present in England. So friends, with this, your topic of shadow cabinet is now complete. Friends, today I am not feeling well, so now I have to end this class here only. Now we will meet in next class with a fresh topic. Friends, I have uploaded the link of notes in the description of the video. You can download the notes from the link given in description, and you can also download the notes from my website prashantias.com. Friends, if you have liked the video, then please like the video, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and select all, and share this channel to all the people you know who are preparing for UPSC. Friends, now we will meet in next class. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.